So here's where I would start. I would start with the truth, and I would say, I feel like we have some trust issues, and I want to bring something up, and I'm scared. I don't know where I should look, but and I'm scared you won't trust me as I talk about this. And here's the truth. And my guess is that the truth is, I'm just going to put my language to it, but I love and care about you, and I want to share an experience with you. And I saw this, and I love you so much. This is what I would say. I'm just going to say what I would say. Whatever my truth would be, would be something like, I love you so much, that my first thought was, this would be beneficial for you, and I wanted you to have it, because I want to be part of creating a world that is filled with things that would bring you joy and fulfillment. And my real thought always is, I work with so many couples, and ruptured truth is or ruptured trust is a topic. And one of the things that I do know when I work with couples who usually they're depolarized sexually. Do you know what I mean when I say that? They're like, often they're like best friends. They're such good friends. Oh my God, we don't ever argue ever, but we don't really have sex either. And so they're coming to me, like looking how to get that magnet again. That thing where you're like, when they walk in the room, and every single time I say, okay, I want you to go back to the first thing you withheld from them, because that's where the sludge started building up on the magnet, that place. And the other thing is that when you withhold something from someone, you have to dislike them in order to keep that withholding in place. Not only that, but you can't go into your involuntary, because you're holding on to something, and it won't activate if you're holding. Does that make sense? It will only activate if you feel safe, and you can't hold and feel safe at the same time. So invariably, I'll say, like, I just worked with a couple a few years ago. They had been together for like 33 years, and they hadn't had sex in 17 years. And I said, when was the, she said, I'm using this for my book, so she said, I can say this. I won't tell your stories if you ever work with me. Unless, without your permission, because it's touchy stuff. But I said, when was the first secret you held from him? And she said, on the wedding night, the sex was terrible. And so she had been having to keep her authentic self withheld all of that time, and send in her representative. And then the representative isn't enlivened or animated, and pretty soon it just gets too exhausted to even pretend anymore. And so we had to go back, and it was a lot. But we went back to that night, and she said everything she would have said, and she said it to him like it was real time. And he was just crying. And you know why he was crying? Because he was so grateful to feel his wife. And we're so afraid to tell each other the truth, but really, we're together. Obviously, we want to feel each other, right? We just want to. I don't care what you have to say to me. I care a little bit, but I care how you say it. But really, if I'm with you, I just want to be with you, the human being, and I want to know every single aspect of who you are. So that's what I would do. I would start with a lot of truth.